The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has rewarded 13 outstanding teachers with cars. He presented the cars to them at the annual Teachers Merit Award, and the winner of the Spelling Bee competition, Eniola Ajala, got the opportunity of becoming a day's governor.
In the past 1 year, the education sector has received major attention as a result of the damage done by the COVID-19 pandemic. Lagos, being the epicenter of the pandemic in the country, is investing so much in the sector just to ensure learning continues. A month ago, the Lagos State government launched the Eco-Digital Skills Initiative for students below tertiary level, and Lagos Learns Together initiative for primary and secondary schools to bridge the learning gap.
It tells you that we're on the right track. We all agree that the fourth revolution is about IT and technology. And we are working in sync with the team's agenda of Mr. Governor, where education and technology sits right in the middle. And the fulcrum of any development all over the world is about education. And now we're not just giving education, we are giving technology with our education. So what we are doing is deepening the process. And this year, Mr. Governor had graciously approved 3 phases of this project. The first phase will be in school, where we take care of our children in primary and secondary, basically secondary schools. And we want to do 720 schools. That means we want to take over 100 across each district. Then the second phase is where we're going to have the hybrid. Those kids that are out of school, we want to give them a skill set, IT skill set. Then the third phase will go back to school. So that's what we're starting today. And in the course of this, we're also ensuring that we have delivery partners that will take care of each district. So we're taking care of District 1, is not going to take care of District 2, District 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So each person's job is well cut out. And then the key part of this launch is we are handing this project over to the TGPSs. They own the process. So they are the ones that will now ensure that this thing go around each of the schools that are chosen by the delivery partner.
The Federal House of Representatives Committee on Basic Education is also interested in ensuring that the standard of education is top-notch, which is why the team is visiting the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board to inspect various intervention projects under the federal government's Universal Basic Education Commission and state matching funds. After going around some schools in Lagos, the team leader briefs on the observation.
The limitations we've seen are things that can be easily rectified once we build the necessary synergy between the state, SUBEB, and UBEC, and the House of Reps, or the National Assembly generally. The infrastructure component appears to be adequate. We've complained about lack of perimeter fencing or adequate perimeter fencing, adequate security. We've talked about the need for playground for the kids. Most of the schools don't have adequate playgrounds, no football field, no exercise equipment. We've talked about inadequate furniture in some of the classrooms. We've also talked about water. They have running water, but in some schools, these are not properly reticulated around the entire facility. And for children, this is very essential. They appear to be complying adequately with the COVID-19 protocol in terms of sanitization, social distancing, hand washing. So at that level, we don't have any problem.
The chairman of the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board highlights the programs designed for out-of-school children.
It is part of our responsibility as SUBEB that infrastructure are done according to specification and are delivered within specified period. As we all know, it's a combination of different factors that is causing that. Insurgency in the north, COVID-19, NSARS and things like that has contributed in no small mean to what is happening in our nation. And as a player in the sector, we must ensure that there is security in our schools. So we, in the area of Zero, we have a program specially designed to address the issue of out of school and not in school pupils, children, and that is Project Zero. And the idea with Project Zero is to ensure that we work with private sectors to ensure that we bring those children back to school. We realize that there are many social economic imbalances that came about as a result of COVID-19 and other related economic issues. So we invited the corporate sector and other well-meaning Nigeria to assist us in making sure that we bring those out-of-school children back to school. And we have been supporting them. The program has been very successful, and we are seeing the progress recorded so far.
Excellency.
Then the team moves to Lagos House alongside Ikeja to meet Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. They commend him for supporting SUBEB to achieve its statutory mandate.
We have visited about 6-7 schools, including the borehole project. And I must say that our observations show very clearly that Lagos is taking education seriously. Some perimeter fencing require a bit of additional work, particularly now that we have bandits and all kinds of characters invading our schools. We pray it doesn't get to Lagos at all, but we should take precautions.
Governor Sanwo-Olu reels out the investment level in the education sector.
Education in the last 2 years, this year in particular, I think they have a budget of about almost 10%, 8 or 9%. I think it's almost 10%, 12%, themselves and health, because I know health is 12.8, so they're also 12%. So you can see that year on year, we deliberately focus, or we're focusing on human capital index, health, education, things that can create the future for our youth, for our young ones, and also give them a capacity to, be sound mentally and physically. Beyond the budget is also to say that we deliberately went down to intervene at the primary school level, deliberately. To date, if my numbers are not missing me, we've done over 100,000, benches and tables, clear, for the schools. Because we have 3 organs that are renovating. SUBEB is doing theirs. We have SCRIPS, which is a special committee on school rehabilitation. We have LASIAMA, which is also taking care of schools' maintenance, and upkeep, and to ensure that the standards are continuously met. And we also have even the Minister of Education himself, but let's even say Minister of Education is taking care of only secondary school. But we deliberately went down to the primary school, and we said that we needed to put funding there in terms of fiscal infrastructure and all of it. And I think maybe where they've taken you to is to show you SUBEB and UBEC funding. I think they need to take you to the ones that we've done. And there's so many of them that has been direct state government interventions on which we're just doing our things quietly.
Efforts of the state government to boost the sector is already yielding fruitful results. And this is evident in the life of Eniola Ajala, who is displaying exceptional skills acquired from her teachers. Eniola was selected for the position of one-day governor of Lagos, and she immediately gets to work by holding an ESCO's meeting at the Lagos House Ikeja. Eniola Ajala, a former student of Lafayette Senior High School, Lagos Island, and winner of the New Hero Spelling Bee competition, called for provision of better infrastructure for public schools.
The consistent investment of the state in education has produced excellent results like us, excellent students like us, to perform greatly, not just in the academics, but in different competitions across the nation and diaspora. I can boldly say that we are products of good policies of the Lagos State government. I humbly request that our alma mater be listed among the schools to be revamped, as the schools of my cabinet members and I need revamping. The schools are Tinkan Island Senior High School, Lafayette Senior High School, Lagos Island, Iworo Ajide Senior Model College, Badagry, Adbede Senior Grammar School, Ikorodu, and Mirna Community High School. These schools I just mentioned now, they lack some basic infrastructural facilities that that are necessary for students to learn. So I believe something can be done about that, Mr. Governor. I would like to use this platform to encourage other students to put in best efforts in their studies, regardless of challenges they face. I want them to realize that nothing good comes easy. Getting to where I am now wasn't easy for me. Yes. I made a lot of sacrifices, prayed a lot of prayers, read a lot of books, lost rapport with some of my friends, cried a lot of tears. Yes, but it's all worth it in the end. Those things were not convenient for me. Nobody likes to cry, except in tears of joy. But yeah, they're not convenient for me. But here we are today. It's all good.
The governor educates her on leadership and asks other students to remain focused in their studies.
This whole idea is to be able to encourage not only yourself, not only your friends that are here with you today, but the entire youth population, the entire student population, that if they put their very best, there are no levels or heights that they cannot attain. The seat you are sitting on today, a lot of cabinet members would wish, but it's not meant for them. The future is yours. It's for each and every one of you. This competition is not about race. It's not about color. It's not about where you come from. It's not about tribe. It's just about excellence and being a pupil in Lagos State. And so we're using this opportunity to tell all our pupils that this is a platform that is available to all.
That's not all. Governor Sanwo-Olu again rewards 23 outstanding teachers while putting their best in the teaching service. 13 of them gets brand new cars each for the year 2020 Teachers Merit Award. Governor Sanwo-Olu says teachers should be rewarded often for the essential role they play in producing future leaders.
Teaching is not a thankless job in Lagos State. The annual Teachers Merit Award is a proof that Lagos State will always reward excellent, committed, and diligent teachers. Our administration is cognizant of the essential role that teachers play in building a formidable society, which is why we are committed to rewarding exceptional teachers on a regular basis. This is one of the key strategies for the actualization of our education and technology pillar under the team's agenda. We cannot thank our teachers enough for all they do, for the passion they bring to the job, for inculcating in our children the values that require us to succeed, for going through the extra mile to teach, to train, and to equip each of the students. And each and every one of us is a product of a good teacher. That's why we're all here sitting, and I think they deserve a round of applause.
And the teachers expressed their gratitude.
With this, I believe I'll do more. I'll perform much more than I've been doing. And other teachers that feels you are just disturbing yourself will come on board, because this is a fantastic gift.
To let other teachers know that our reward is no more in heaven. It has started from this earth. The only thing you need to do, keep working hard, working differently, have your own unique template that you are using.
The Merit Award is an initiative of the Sanwo-Olu's administration to reward teachers' commitment and excellent service and to boost delivery of quality education in the state.